This is the RV Advisor Podcast with your host, Tom Alexander. Get all the latest information, trends, advice from experts, stories from the road, and more in the world of recreational vehicles. Now, here's Tom.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the RV Advisor Podcast. My name is Tom Alexander, and joining us today from RV Safety, it's their new Executive Director, Trey Selman. Trey, welcome.
Hey, it's good to see you. Good to talk to you again.
Yes, good to talk with you. You were on with us at the end of last year, and we learned a lot about kind of getting the whole, running through all the important safety drills, and I know we want to talk a little bit more about that. And we had a good chance, when it was in January, when we were in Tampa for the big RV show there, to meet with your associate and the former Executive Director of RV Safety, Walter Cannon, and he shared a lot of his insight with us, and that was very interesting. We learned a lot. So we want to kind of continue the conversation a little bit with you now, and by the way, congratulations on your new executive ship, I guess, whatever that word would be. So that's terrific. So tell us a little bit about. We're in 2020 here now, obviously for a few weeks. A little bit about what RV Safety is looking out for in 2020. What are some of the hot topics?
Well, as from a safety standpoint, we're always looking at. We weigh RVs, and that's really one of our primary concerns, especially with regards to driving. Mm-hmm. So our focus is there, and just making sure that that new RV owners or current RV owners are just aware of these larger vehicles and the differences. I mean, most of us have all been driving for decades, even.
Sure.
But these larger vehicles are a little bit different than what we normally drive around for the most of us. And so we just want to help people be aware of that. So we're constantly being vigilant because people are buying. I'm at an RV show right now, and people are buying RVs just, right and left. And so we want to help them understand how to properly operate these vehicles.
Are RVs getting larger and larger? I mean, does it seem that size is everything in this case, where manufacturers are meeting the demands of people more and more?
Some RVs are. The vast majority of RVs that people use, from if we were looking at a big pie chart, they're pretty much the same size. I mean, we're looking at travel trailers are the biggest part of the segment, and they're pretty much the same size as they've always been. When we look at motorhomes, there are some motorhomes that are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's fine as well. So there are some parts of the segment that are, but the vast majority are probably pretty much the same. The biggest difference is just going from driving a passenger car around, or maybe as big as an SUV, to driving something that's 10 times the size of that, or almost 10 times the size of it.
Yeah. Is there such a thing as, or at least a model for, almost like you'd see in London, a double-decker bus, where it would be a double-decker RV?
I don't know about a double-decker. There are some really large buses bus chassis that are being used on the large RVs, motorhomes, with tag axles. So we do see some that are 50,000-pound GVWR vehicles that are as big as a bus going down the road.
It's incredible. You're in Kansas City right now for an RV show. What's it like there right now in terms of number of people and what? Tell us a little bit about the size of this event.
Well, this show is a good show. It's in Kansas City. It's just about to open, so we'll see how big it is. But I know it's a very popular show. We've been doing shows this first part of the year, and actually we're kind of winding down show season. I was talking with the director of the show yesterday, and it's coming to the end of show season, and people are, getting ready to start going out in their RVs. So that's kind of exciting time of the year. So we're looking forward to that. But this is normally a very well attended show.
Yeah,
and as well as most of them that we've been to.
We're speaking with Trey Selman, the Executive Director of RV Safety. We're going to take a quick break for a commercial. We'll be right back.
Meet Terry and Carrie. They want an RV. Really, they want the freedom that comes with being able to pick up whenever they want and to move from one breathtaking view to another. The kind of freedom that takes them across the country and beyond, living their dream. But if they buy the wrong RV, it might actually pop their dream world. Maybe they pick one that's too heavy to tow for their vehicle, or go with the wrong dealership who won't service their RV. There are questions to ask before they buy, and even more once they become an owner. Thankfully, there's the RV Advisor, the only non-biased platform for information for the RV and outdoor enthusiasts. Get the best tips, tricks, and discounts at all KOA nationwide campgrounds, and other huge discounts that every RV enthusiast will love. Now, Terry and Carrie are living the life exactly how they want.
Visit thervadvisor.com or call 833-229-0911. And we're back on the RV Advisor podcast. My name is Tom Alexander, and I'm joined by Trey Selman. He's the Executive Director of RV Safety. Trey's been on with us before, and of course we chatted with his friend and associate, Walter Cannon, at the Tampa show, at the Tampa Super Show, which is one of, if not the biggest RV show in the country. And, it's interesting, Trey, to hear all the trends and how, manufacturers and dealers sort of respond to the industry, to the people, the buyers, the consumers, and, what they're looking for. Is this sometimes a challenge for in the safety arena, kind of, to try to okay, they've made these modifications and those modifications? Are you always having to sort of, recalibrate in terms of what to look for in potential problems or, dangers?
Well, it's not so much. We're always looking. When we talk about safety, we talk about risk, and and trying to mitigate risk. But RVing is usually a very safe endeavor. I mean, for the most part, it's very safe. But there are some differences. We do with technology. It's more technology that's changing. I mean, it's kind of exciting and fun. All the whiz-bangy cool things that are happening with regards to technology, right?
Right.
And so we have to look at that. I mean, some of those aspects. Some of them are just, we're talking about driving. We're talking about a big vehicle going down the road. That doesn't change a whole lot. It's just new for people, and so that's one aspect. But then we have lithium batteries. We have different kinds of systems that are happening, and so helping people understand them, because our focus is safety, but we're also trying to help educate people to enjoy their RVing. I mean, that's really our intent and purpose, is to really help everybody enjoy it. So we want to help them, educate them about all these new systems, this new technology. So we talk about tire pressure monitoring systems. We help them understand those with regards to their tires. Like I said, batteries. Different types of technologies are changing with regards to certain systems that are happening. So trying to keep up with that is certainly something that we have to be aware of.
Yeah. And I know the last time you were on, and even with Walter, we talked about weight and tires exceeding the weight, load and what, did you find that still one of the major things that you're always sort of preaching and saying, hey, you got to really make sure that you come in at weight or under?
Yeah, we certainly need to help people be aware of that, because most of what we've done in our vehicles is we're not even aware that every vehicle that goes down the road, even motorcycle. I have a motorcycle and it has a weight rating on it, but we're just not aware of that. But when we get to these big vehicles, when we can start loading thousands and thousands of pounds of stuff on there, we don't think we have that much stuff. But we're Americans. We have a tendency to, if it's got a hole, we kind of put stuff in the hole, and we load them up. And those poor tires are the thing that are carrying us down the road. And sometimes we overload those. So we definitely want to be conscious of that, be aware of that, and just keep a pulse on it. It's not something to be scared of or be afraid of. It's just something new that we have to be just a little bit aware of.
Yeah. It's good to know that there's an organization like yours out there that is sort of reminding folks in a friendly way, and also just making the information available. It's like, hey, look, you know what? This is what you need to do. I know personally. I'm a musician, and a lot of times I travel with a lot of heavy equipment, and I just have just a regular SUV, and I'll notice if I sort of put a lot of gear in the SUV and I drive, it takes a second to adjust because the braking is a little different because of the weight. It just feels like, it doesn't feel like I'm just normally going down the street, right? So I would assume that driving an RV that's really loaded up with stuff, it takes a few seconds to kind of say, hey, wait a minute, I'm not just tapping the brakes here. I really gotta lean into these bad boys, So you kind of have to, make that adjustment. And so it really is good to have a sense of what really is the optimum weight limit, I would imagine.
Yes, it's trying to match all those things up. Sometimes it's matching a truck and a trailer. Mm-hmm. Could be that too. A lot of towable RVs, and making sure that we have the right truck to tow that size trailer. That's another important thing that we focus on. And then as well, as you said, just the sheer weight of the vehicle is larger, and then we load it up with, a few thousand pounds, 2,000-3,000 pounds.
Yeah.
And that's even more. And so it's just understanding those different, like you said, different stopping distances, different turning radiuses that we need to be aware of. Right. Matching those, matching those things up, and then the other systems. I mean, we talked about batteries, but the electrical systems. We've got a house that goes down the road now, so it's got 12-volt system. It's got 110 volt or AC volt systems.
Yeah.
So we've got some different, and propane. So all those different systems are in this house that's kind of jiggling down the road as we go.
Right.
And so we want to be aware of some of those things, maintaining them. Just a little extra maintenance that we need to do.
Right.
And we have some online courses. We teach live things like we're doing now, and then we have a conference every year that we do as well. Tell
us a little bit about the courses and where people can learn about them from RV Safety.
Well, our website is rvsafety.com. We try to make that as easy as possible.
Yeah.
We have some, a lot of just good articles that we have in there. We also have some more extensive courses. We're updating those, as you talked about. I mean, we're constantly having to update those, and we've moved them from DVDs to online, mm-hmm. and that's on our RV Academy website, but you can get to it from rvsafety.com. Yeah. And they're paid courses there. Mm-hmm. Then we also have a conference that we do every year as well.
It might sound like a little bit of an odd question, but let's say I'm new to RV, driving an RV, and I want to just, work at getting used to maneuvering an RV, getting around. What would you recommend to someone? I mean, you go to a sort of a isolated parking lot somewhere, or what's a good place for people to get really comfortable, just maneuvering around?
Well, certainly that's a great place. I mean, there's not, going to a parking lot is a good thing. Take some cones out if you have some cones, or can borrow some mm-hmm. from someone. We teach online driving, or hands-on driving. We do it mostly at our conference every year. So, we have a course where we do that, where we do some parking lot maneuvers, teach people getting oriented to their vehicle. That's the first thing you want to be aware of.
Yeah.
Like we talked about, different turning radiuses, getting used to backing up, using your side mirrors. One simple thing is we become so dependent upon that, our rear view mirror.
Yeah.
And when you get into a lot of RVs, you don't have that rear view mirror anymore. You've either got a trailer back there blocking it with, there are some new technologies where you can see around it, but, with rear cameras and stuff. But a lot of those rear cameras are just for backing up, so you can't see that far down the road either.
Yeah.
So you really have to learn how to use those side mirrors when we're not used to looking at, not used to using them.
Yeah.
And so, getting used to that, just practicing backing up using the side mirror, that's always good. And then just driving around town, it's important, especially for those, to be able to see, because that vehicle's a lot wider as well. So making sure your orientation inside the lane is okay. You're not drifting to one side or the other, going over the lane. All those kinds of little things we teach and show people.
Yeah. Well, it's very helpful, and it's an awesome service. And for anyone who's either a veteran RV driver, a veteran RV person who, has been on the road forever, or if you're brand new to it or haven't even, been in it and are thinking about it, RVSafety.com is a great place to go to learn more about everything that you really should know if you're an RV enthusiast. So we do appreciate your time, Trey. Thank you so much. And we'd love to have you on again. We've had you on before, and you're welcome anytime. We'd love to have you.
And just to mention, for that conference that we have in May,
yes,
we do have a coupon code for RV Advisor members. So it's all capitals, RV Advisor 20A.
RV Advisor 20A. Perfect. That's great. And again, it's RVSafety.com if you're interested. Trey Selman, the executive director of RV Safety, has been our guest. He spoke to us today from Kansas City, Missouri. Thank you so much, Trey.
Thank you, Tom. Take care.
This is the RV Advisor Podcast. I'm Tom Alexander. Thanks for watching and listening. We'll see you next time. So long, everybody.